I will take only the evidence. I will not need the pistol yet. The pistol is still there. None of the keys fit. How disappointing. I haven't had time yet to find out what's inside. If only I had a sample to examine. I don't know much about it, but it seems like a high-quality material. Its operation is relatively easy. I'm glad I have it here. I think the time has come to take a closer look at them. There's no need to bother anyone yet. This is what I call service. Any news, officer?
Nothing special, sir.
Really? I would rather be disappointed then. I suppose it must be fascinating if you don't want to tell me.
Not at all. It's just odds and ends.
Are there any photographs? Of the cemetery, for instance?
There are. Didn't you see them already, sir?
The journalist who wrote this is an idiot. We will only see trouble. Do you know him? I believe his name is Forrest.
Not personally, sir. But this journalist really annoys me. I'd arrest him right away.
Indeed? Do so.
What?
Have this man found and put him in a cell. Then let me know.
Excuse me, sir, but it's not that easy. You ordered me to guard the cemetery, and I don't have enough men.
Now, it's your trouble, not mine. You have your order, so proceed.
Yes, sir.
I won't dirty my hands with that. I'll go and do something useful until the patrol brings him in. I can't understand how they managed to develop the photograph with only half the broken pieces. Maybe I could put the whole image together. I can compose half the picture, but the whole thing would be better. Locked. None of the keys fit. How disappointing. Are you bored, officer?
No, sir, not at all, sir. Just happy to have a bit of a rest, sir.
Why? Has anything happened?
Did you read today's Courier, sir?
Yes, unfortunately.
So you might have a slight idea what the locals did then, sir. A few came back to check if Sir William was where he's supposed to be.
I hope they didn't manage it.
Not at all, sir. The biggest troublemakers were arrested and the rest left. But it's not over yet, sir. They'll drink to courage, and they might be back in bigger numbers, sir.
How many officers do we have here?
4 altogether, sir. 1 on each side of the cemetery.
Good. You're in charge now, officer. If anything happens, ask for support.
I see you are back, Detective. Any leads?
Father Mulcahy, I can't talk to you about that. I'm sure you understand.
Indeed. How can I assist you?
I just have a few questions, nothing else. Listen, Father, this place is most impressive. So much peace inside these walls.
I am pleased, Detective. In these mad times, only a few can appreciate that.
Would you mind if I stay for a while?
Of course not. Hopefully, you will find your answers here.
I know I should use it, but I've never been into such things. I'm afraid that even the holy water can't help me. I'll come back as soon as I get my first rage. One of those things that has to be in every church. I'm going to flick through it one day, but the stone edition probably isn't the best one. My notepad is my personal Bible. It must be very old. It has definitely seen many shoes. An interesting decoration. It makes people bow their heads. I came for some advice, Father. I'd like to speak to Lady Lewis. There are many unclear questions she might have answers to.
What do you want me to do?
I won't tiptoe around. I was hoping you could help me with it. Could you be so kind and follow me?
I see. No, that is not possible. If you believe I have good relations with Miriam, you are wrong. If she saw me with you, it might be more of a disadvantage for you.
Indeed. Do you happen to know where she is now?
Try Lewis Manor, but whether she will receive you, I honestly do not know.
I have to go there myself. I suppose it won't be easy for her, so soon after her only grandchild's death.
How are you managing? The officer at the cemetery informed me that there was...
Yes, but luckily, we have very capable support.
Unfortunately, I can't keep them any longer. I'll have to retrieve them soon.
Do not worry. With God's help, the church will survive.
Am I wrong, or are you calmer now than last time?
It is thanks to this place. Whoever asks will find his peace here.
Do you mean in prayer?
Indeed, you should try it. It might help.
I'd rather not touch it. It's very fragile. The gravedigger had rubber boots, but these shoes were definitely smaller. I should make a cast. If it starts raining, all clues will be gone. I've already seen it. Nothing special. I've already seen it. Even if I got the permission and a bricklayer to get in, it has nothing to do with the case. Odd. The tomb seems to be for male family members only. But none of them lived to reach the age of 40. Everything seems to be all right from this point of view. I wonder what it looks like from the inside. I can't see it properly, but there's definitely something in those scratches. What a terrible sight. Scratches and blood everywhere. Oh my God, there are fragments of fingernails in there. Now it's clear that Sir William must have been alive. Where are my tweezers? Perhaps I can take a sample. The question is whether he got out of the coffin alone or with someone else's help. I could search through this for hours, but I can't see anything important. I'll come back when I need something. If I stand in the right place, nobody could see me. I cannot get rid of the feeling that someone is watching me all the time.
How can I help you?
Good day, miss. I'm from the police. Detective Briscoe. I need to talk to the lady of this house.
Lady won't have any visitors. It's her order.
I didn't come for a cup of tea. This is a police investigation.
I don't know. You'll get me into trouble.
You'll be in trouble if you don't open the door.
Do you have any warrant card?
Well, I do not, but I am from the police. Trust me.
Anybody could say that. I'm sorry, I won't open it.
What if I came back with it later?
Nope. Never. I won't be fired twice.
So you won't help me?
Just show me your warrant card or stay where you are, but I won't wait long.
The maid is afraid of being fired. She won't open the door just like that. It would be useless trying to explain. She won't open the door to a policeman without a warrant card. I'll be mostly out, so I'm quite curious how my warrant card is coming.
But, sir, you don't really need one. One look and everybody knows you're a police officer.
It is the policy. It's not my idea.
All right, sir, wait a minute, I'll have a look. I'm sorry, sir, the administration department is busy. Nothing there.
But is there no way to speed things up?
No, there isn't. That's the policy, you know.
Thank you for the enlightenment, officer. I'll remember it. Officer, do you have any mail for me?
Dunno, sir. Are you expecting something?
Yes, a post-mortem report. I'd like to be sure that it hasn't got lost.
Here? That's highly unlikely, sir.
Well, it should have been here already.
Listen, correct me if I'm wrong, but you lost your documents yesterday.
Yes, but there is no connection with that.
And then, how did you get this idea? Why don't you call the dissecting room? Just to remind them?
Which is what I will do. I cannot do anything without the report.
There you go. Case closed.
An unpleasant man, but he's right. Why not call the mortuary? I need help to open the trunk, which my predecessor left in the office.
I can't help you with that. Inspector Lockley liked his stuff locked, so as far as I know, he had the keys.
Do you know a locksmith?
Well, that depends. There are many experienced safebreakers in the prisons.
Oh, well, thanks. No, I'll find another way. Do you know, officer, I have had just about enough.
Don't know what you mean, sir.
You will go and get my warrant card now, and I don't care how you do it.
But that's absolutely out of the question, sir.
Oh, it is impossible for me to interrogate because I cannot show my card.
I'm trying to understand, sir. I really don't know.
You know what? Get up and make it happen. Yes? If not, I will make sure you stand guard at the cemetery starting tomorrow. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. I'll try. Be right back.
This is how to speak to him.
I've got it, sir. They just forgot to deliver it to me.
Ah, good news. At least for you.
You have to excuse me, but I really had no idea.
I forgive you. Calm down. It was not your fault.
Well, thank you. Just wondering, were you serious about standing guard at the cemetery?
Very serious. But it's all solved now. Forget it. My warrant card proves I am a full member of the force. Detective Sergeant Briscoe, put me through to the dissecting room, please. Thank you. I'll wait. Good day, Doctor. I'm investigating the case of the dead gravedigger. Do you have any news for me? I'd prefer to have it written down. This case is of the top priority, Doctor. I need to have it today. All right, I'll wait. But as I'm already talking to you, I have one more question. Did you perform the post-mortem on Sir William's body? Ah, I see. His body was examined by the family doctor who also signed the death certificate. Do you know where I could find him? I need to talk to him. Inspector Lockley? I heard about him. He was my predecessor. I heard he was interested in Sir William's cases. Definitely, he might have some notes, but I've not found anything yet. Anyway, thank you for the advice. Goodbye. That is a good idea. Lockley definitely kept notes concerning all his previous cases. He must have left them here. It would also be good to know where Sir William's personal doctor is. without correct questions. I cannot search for correct answers. Maybe I overlooked some other clues at the cemetery. To come up with a theory is easy, but to prove it is much more difficult. Sir William was absolutely unique. I wonder why a doctor would risk his reputation and accept him as a patient. Was there an ulterior motive? Maybe he wanted to carry out private research and continue with the patient's post-mortem. Sir William was buried alive. He might have become mad, but he definitely got out. Then he could have killed the gravedigger, who was hanging around before finally disappearing into the canal. To come up with a theory is easy, but to many people dislike the fact Sir William was buried in holy ground. They might have agreed with the gravedigger and thrown the body in the sewer. Then later, they might have had an argument, and the gravedigger died. I would even believe that they faked his death, so it looked like the work of some kind of monster. If it was all prepared by Lady Miriam to protect her grandson, then there is a mistake somewhere. The gravedigger's murder was definitely not part of the plan, and people are talking about Sir William more than ever before. Now I know Sir William must have been buried alive. Could she have planned all this and saved her grandson from his insanity too? She probably didn't succeed. I haven't found anybody who smokes this kind of cigarette. There must have been someone at the cemetery who I don't know of yet. I'll feel much more comfortable if the gun stays where it is. Locked. Inspector Lockley was probably a very good policeman.
Indeed, sir. Too bad he chose to leave. Actually, I don't know why. He never shared much.
I'm quite interested what kind of cases he investigated.
You have his office, sir. There must be something left behind.
Well, not really.
You can try your luck in the archive, then. You might find something in the stuff you sent there.
The archive? Is that the file over there?
Yes, sir.
Would you give me the key, please?
Of course. There you are.
I'll add it to the others so I won't lose it.
Don't forget to give it back.
Don't worry, officer. Done. I'm looking for some documents, notes or photos, but I can't see anything like that. So many items, how can anybody find anything here? Even if I braced it with my hands and took the broom, what would it be good for? I would have to hold it. If the broom wasn't here, it would fall down. Its front leg is missing. Nothing interesting. Well, except this. It doesn't belong in the office, but now it might come in handy. I can't pull it out when the broom is there. Even if I braced it with my hands and took the broom, what would it be good for? I would have to hold it. Even if I braced it with my... I would have to hold it. If I move it, the shelf will fall on my head. Wonderful prospect. I must add water to be able to use it. I'll come back when I need. Here you are. This is my warrant card. It is in your own interest to cooperate with me. Do you trust me then?
I suppose so, but I'd better ask the lady first.
Stay here and open the gate. I'll talk to the lady myself.
All right then, come in.
I have to tell the lady you're here, but I don't know if she wants to talk to you.
Tell her, please. It's urgent. It is about Sir William.
Oh, I thought so. Right away. Please follow me then. My lady ordered me not to let anybody in, but I'll make an exception as you're from the police.
Thank you.
But you'll have to promise me to stay here. I'll be right back, and don't touch anything.
I promise. Tell Lady Miriam that I have urgent news, which I wish to discuss personally.
That won't work. My lady refuses to see anybody in person. If she wishes to speak to you, she'll call you from the workroom. Wait at the telephone, please.
Lady Miriam is as mysterious as her grandson. The interview with her probably won't be easy. I'll just have a look. Nobody would mind? Oh my God! The gem I found in the tomb is the same as the one in this ring. It can't be a coincidence. Sir William must have been buried with it. I wonder where the ring is now.
Excuse me, sir, what are you doing there?
Nothing, only looking.
Milady won't accept any personal appointments.
But I need to speak to her.
If you wait for a moment, she'll call you here.
Right here?
Yes, sir. You can sit down if you want.
No, thank you. There's no time for me to be sitting around. Good day, madam. Detective Sergeant Briscoe, at your service. I'd like to offer my deepest sympathy, but I also have bad news for you. My superior has already talked to you. I apologize. He probably forgot to tell me. So let's proceed to the problem. I have several questions, but if you don't mind, I would prefer to discuss them with you in person. I see. Only via the telephone, as you wish. May I ask then whether it is true that you commanded that Sir William's coffin must stay closed during the entire funeral? I'm sorry, madam, but I have to ask questions, unfortunately. I'd be grateful if you could help me, and if you'd kindly answer my other questions as well. Yes, it is a logical justification. Were these physical deformities the cause of, let's say, the unpopularity of Sir William? I understand people are superstitious, but I'd never expect Father Mulcahy to be against a burial. Did he say why? I understand you didn't agree with him. Cremation was unthinkable. I can imagine how difficult it must have been for you. I understand, and I don't want to nag at you. So far, it's enough. Thank you for your time. I think she's a very smart lady. She knows exactly what to do to avoid saying any more than she wants to. Maybe a few facts that are probably of low importance, but one never knows. For instance, why Father Mulcahy wanted the body cremated. According to Lady Miriam, he wanted the body to be cremated. That means he had a good reason for getting rid of the body in a different way. Being the doctor of the notorious Sir William probably wasn't very good publicity. Maybe my predecessor recorded some notes about him. Not without a good reason and a proper warrant. How long have you been working for the Lewis family?
I'm here only since this morning. Can you tell?
No, not at all. Was it hard to get this job?
I guess I shouldn't say, but that Lady Miriam can be picky.
Why? Money issues?
I hope not, but do you know the rumours about Sir William?
I've heard something.
No wonder people are scared.
But you are not.
Had no choice. But if something goes wrong, I'll run away. Just don't tell me, lady.
I need to talk to Lady Miriam. Would you show me the way?
But sir, I already explained to you, it's impossible. If she wishes to talk to you, then only via the telephone.
I see. I just need to know who signed Sir William's death certificate and what the cause of death was. It would be best to talk to the family doctor.
I will ask, but Milady's really busy at the moment. Wait a minute.
Had I not heard the voice on the phone, I would think there is actually no Lady Miriam. And really the maid is the only person living here.
I'm afraid Milady doesn't wish to speak to you.
Did she give any reason?
Don't be offended, but she said it was none of your business.
Oh, well. Do you happen to know who Sir William's personal doctor was?
I really don't know, but I wouldn't tell you anyway. Don't want to lose my job.
It's all right. I'll find the information elsewhere. Stubborn old lady. She doesn't make this any easier. Considering the direction the maid went, I don't think Lady Miriam is in her bedroom. Did she mention Sir William's workroom? But I suppose I won't get there either. As the maid said, this is only a home line. I can't call anywhere else. An electric bell at the door, and now a telephone from the workroom to the hall. I had thought that the Lewis family had financial problems, but suppose I was wrong. I can't see anything suspicious. I don't think anybody has used it for a long time. If there was a secret hideaway, for instance, for Sir William, where would it be? Everything seems to be normal. Sir William even had a dog. Maybe I could use it. Of course, that's not a bad idea. I don't think I can take it like this. They wouldn't let me. Not this way. The door has no lock, but it's not possible to open it. It does not seem to be used. An ideal place for a murder weapon, but not for a mad murderer. It would not be a good hiding place. There's too much water in there. I'm not going to spy on anybody. I wouldn't see much anyway. All windows are thoroughly covered. There's no chance of sunlight getting in. I will not sneak through the house like a thief. It would do me no good. I will not sneak through the house like... I don't think I can take... So, doggy, can you help me? Can you recognize your master's smell? I don't think I can... It holds firmly, hopefully. It's pretty heavy. Who knows what's inside? I still don't know what's inside. And what's this? I don't know. I probably expected too much. Newspaper cuttings, plenty of notes, like this one. A worker murdered in the shipyard. Mad William targets another victim. Lockley's note. A false scent. He didn't write why. He must have been collecting this stuff for years. Pity he couldn't finish his work. Yet when I need solid information, this may be a good source. I think Lockley didn't exclude the family doctor. Is there something about him? Here it is, a newspaper article. Family doctor James Stewart's keeps dark secret. Lockley's note, call to questioning, extension line 112. Well...
A detective. You'll like this. This came for you. An autopsy report. Do you want me to leave it in your office, sir?
No, thank you. I'll take it right away. Cause of death of Mr. Talbot, the gravedigger. He bled to death from the wound on his neck. It was probably caused by the grasp of sharp claws. The wound is of irregular shape, definitely not caused by an edged tool. No traces of bite either. I don't believe it was done by an animal. Such a wound could be easily faked. I refuse to believe that Sir William was resurrected and is now going to seek revenge against everybody. Yet I cannot ignore certain facts. Those claw marks on the gravedigger's neck are a mystery. Detective Sergeant Briscoe, I need to talk to Dr. Stewart, please. Extension line 112. Yes, right now, if it's possible. Thank you. Good day, Mrs. Stewart. Detective Inspector Briscoe speaking. I'm afraid I can't understand you. I need to talk to your husband. It's urgent. Missing? For how long? I see. Have you reported it to the police? No, unfortunately, I'm working on another case. I had hoped your husband could help me explain several details concerning Sir William. Please, calm down. The body wasn't found. I mean, you have no reason to think that. You should stay at home. Maybe he will return. Please, if he does, tell him to call me as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Try not to think about that. I'll inform you of anything we discover. Goodbye. Sir William's personal doctor disappeared. He probably wanted to keep out of the journalist's sight. That makes sense. But I'm sure he wouldn't leave his wife behind. Something is going on, and I have a bad feeling about it. I haven't had time yet to find out what's inside. I must add water to be able to use it. I'll feel much more comfortable if... If only I had a sample. I'll come back when I... All I have is the... Without correct questions, I cannot... You know, your strange peace has the opposite effect on me. I think you're quite pleased that Sir William is no longer in your way.
What? How could you say that?
I know you are absolutely against the funeral.
That's a lie!
Tell me then, why did you insist on cremating the body?
I meant well. That is the whole truth.
Tell me, what is it like to bury a mass murderer and a monster?
That is none of your business, detective. Your questions insult me.
To bury a monster against your will insulted you as well. For things did not turn out as you wished, so you found your own way to deal with the problem.
You cannot prove that.
You had the motive, the opportunity, and no alibi. I'm sorry, but I have to ask you to stay in the tunnel.
Are you arresting me?
No, not yet, but I will return soon, and I'll be glad if I won't have to search for you then. You know, I think...
What?
I know you are...
That's a lie.
Tell me then.
I meant
Tell me.
that is.
To bury the thing...
You cannot.
You had the I'm sorry.
Are you arresting?
No.
I should give it back. I don't want to delay you, but may I borrow Sir William's dog? Only for a short time, if you don't mind.
I'm not sure. I'd have to ask Milady.
Wait, stay here. There's no need to bother her with such a detail.
But Milady might get angry.
She doesn't have to know. Don't you think she has more important things on her mind and needs rest?
You're right, sir. Take it. But promise me it won't be for long.
You have the word of a gentleman. So, come on, pup. You'll help me find your master. It was hard work to get you here. I thought of taking a leash before, but it doesn't matter now. He doesn't seem to understand what I want from him. Go, boy. Find your master. No response. The sample is too small and weak. What a pity. I expected more. He doesn't seem to understand what I want from him. I'll come back. Considering the direction the maid went, did she mention... Not without a good... I can find out right away whether it's useful at all. I think the time has come to take a closer look at them. Go, boy. Find your master. No response. Would you look at the report from the 12th or 13th of November? Missing person James Stewart.
Just a minute, sir. Yes, we have Mrs. Stewart's report. Her husband supposedly hasn't returned from a funeral of his old patient.
Sir William?
Exactly, sir.
Perhaps he has not left at all. Thank you, officer. Without correct questions, the missing doctor, James Stewart, went to Sir William's burial, but he didn't return home. Maybe he's still somewhere at the cemetery. None of the keys fit. How disappointing. There's no need to bother anyone yet. I'll come back when I need. He doesn't seem to understand what I want from him. I have a problem and only you can help me.
If that is so, I am at your disposal.
I have to know what happened immediately after the funeral. I'm asking specifically about James Stewart, Sir William's personal doctor.
I do not know what you wish to hear.
Anything? Did you see him leave or talk to anyone? He might have been distressed. Can you recall anything?
I'm afraid I cannot.
Which is rather strange. Just any information. For example, who he talked to or who he sat next to at the funeral. I'm beginning to think that you don't want to tell me.
Enough, detective. I cannot bear these insults.
That's rather convincing. I'm sure he knows something, but I doubt he is the murderer and ghoul. As the maid said, this is only a... Its operation is relatively easy. I'm glad I have it here. There's no need to bother. I haven't had time yet to find out what's inside. Well and truly locked. Could it be another of Inspector Lockley's treasures? without correct questions, bled to death from a wound on his neck caused by sharp claws. I can't imagine an animal which could do this. Maybe I overlooked some other clues at the cemetery. I refuse to believe that Sir William was resurrected and is now going to seek revenge against everybody. Yet I cannot ignore certain facts. Those claw marks on the gravedigger's neck are a mystery. It wouldn't be perfect, but at least I'll have a complete image. It's pretty difficult to put glass pieces together, but I think I did well. There is something odd about that photograph. I should compare the angle of the view with the camera's position. There is something odd about that photograph. I should compare the angle of the view with the camera's position. Could you please send someone to bring a camera to St. Patrick's Church? It was found yesterday at the crime scene. I need to have it exactly at the same place.
Count on me, sir.
I'll come back when I... Damn journalist, tricking me like that. The angle of the camera's view doesn't match the photo in the papers that he definitely took yesterday. Now it's clear how he managed to take the pictures of the gravedigger behind my back. He was here before us. Then he played a little trick to disguise how he got those pictures. Mr. Nathaniel Forrest might be behind all this. Murders and gossip every day. Just to increase the sales of his rag. If I ever get into jail, I'll shake the soul out of him. A witness or a criminal? That's the question. It was unbelievable insolence, coming to the crime scene even before the police arrived. And then pretending to take photos when he had already done so without my knowing. Could he fake the murder and blame it on the hated nobleman? There's no need to bother anyone yet. I'll feel much more comfortable if the gun stays where it is. Well and truly locked. Could it be another of Inspector Lockley's The photograph had been taken before I arrived at the cemetery. The journalist must have a very good informer. Or is he the murderer?